Madam Mayor, my name is John Morand. I'm a barrister and solicitor practicing here in Port Hope, and my practice is restricted to the Atomic Energy Canada Limited program for property value protection and the low-level remediation program. Specifically, I'm here to talk to your slide. Point 2, responsiveness to community issues and needs on behalf of council, and secondly, cooperation between council staff and all levels of government. I have a brief here for council. Perhaps I could give it to someone.
Provide it to the clerk or the deputy clerk.
The purpose of the Property Value Protection Program was to protect the property losses of residents in Ward 1 and part of Ward 2 as a result of the Port Hope Area Initiative, which is composed of the low-level office and the Port Hope Area Initiative office and the Property Value Protection Group. I'm sure you've read the contract a number of times, and in it very specifically says or speaks to fairness and equity. I have a number of questions. The first question is that you and I have been dealing with a particular client since December or January. To date, we don't have a resolution to that problem. Do you feel that we have fairness and equity here?
As was identified with your and I see that you're taping this, so we appreciate that. So there will be a clear record. As a barrister and solicitor then specializing in these events, we've had a number of questions. And in regards to this particular client, there have been a great deal of involvement back and forth. In regards to the identifying the actual detail of the P.V.P. project, Councillor Austin, who was involved in the negotiations, can speak very clearly to that issue. In regards to the specific client, the issues are moving forward. I did receive an update yesterday in regards to those matters.
Madam Mayor, I'm not speaking to that client. I'm speaking to Mr. Stefanski. And these are the files from November of last year with material flowing back and forth between the Property Value Protection Program, AECL, NRCan, yourself, the Auditor General, and the PMO.
Madam Chair, could I call upon order here and ask our CAO, does this council discuss matters that are under negotiations in open council here?
If I may, Madam Mayor, there is a set process. P.V.P. is identified through the legal agreement between the federal government and the municipality. The process is noted there. There is an opportunity for any individual to pursue that process. It would be inappropriate for the municipality while that is ongoing to interfere or intervene in any way. And I would suggest that to get into any detail at this time would be inappropriate. Mr. Morand has identified he is in that process. He's been communicating with the various parties. It would be respectful on our part to let that process continue. And should Mr. Morand ultimately find that's not satisfactory, certainly the municipality could hear about those particular issues. But there is a set process, and we look to them to go through it, and it would be inappropriate for us to interfere with that process.
Thank you.
Through you, Madam Mayor, on 4 separate occasions I've written you and asked for an opportunity for my clients to meet with council in camera. The reason I've done that is that NRCan has said in writing, a copy of which I've provided to you, that they have no contractual relationship with anyone in the P.V.P. program or LLRW program until a contract is signed. They have identified the municipality as a signatory to the agreement as the one to talk to. I went into the low-level office yesterday and I asked for a recent copy of their handbook. They told me it was down here at the town hall being changed.
Mr. Morand, we've had an opportunity to work together on many issues, and I appreciate the work that you do. However, on occasion, there are details that are not quite the same that are have been provided. You went down and asked for an overview handbook, which is something the municipality has never seen, and we've only heard about it through you. And we understood that it was a Treasury Board item, and we have to date never seen it. The only thing that we have seen is a communication booklet in regards to the property value protection plan. And in fact, last January, we did provide comment on that communication tool, and so did the real estate board and the real estate individuals that were involved in the real estate meeting back in March 31st. That was a communication tool, and we did provide comment. We have not seen the booklet that you refer to, and as I noted, I understand that's a Treasury board.
Well, I'm happy to hear that, because yesterday in front of witnesses, one of the P.V.P. staff said that they didn't have a current copy of the overview. It was down here. Municipal staff were working on it, and they couldn't give me a copy until that was finished. So I'm happy to hear that. I know now where the problem is.
It's the communication book. We provided comments, as did many people in the community, real estate agents, back last January or February. January.
Well, Madam Mayor, again, the Treasury Board document, there is no record of it in the Parliamentary Library, in the Gazette, and when I asked for a copy of it, I was told that it was a secret document, yet in a meeting where they had a mediator and ADR advisor, neither of which had a security clearance, they shared it with them.
Well, Mr. Morand, I know you have provided comments in regards to several documents in regards to Treasury Board policy. I believe we have received those when they are into regards to the judicial review. The municipality does, as per the legal agreement, identify local COs, compensation officers, which we have, and we do. Those are individuals that are qualified in regards to the municipality and are appointed. There is a mediation and an arbitration process. You are in the middle of that process. As a barrister and solicitor, we appreciate that you are working through that process.
Madam Mayor, as you know, I wrote most of the mediation process because they didn't have one after 10 years, and they still don't have an arbitration process after 10 years, and I'm negotiating back and forth. You have a copy of the negotiations and the material I just gave you.
Mr. Morand, this is a process that is outside the municipality. We have identified, you've made your issues very clear. You are in a legal review in regards to that mediation. A CO has been appointed. You have a process to go through, and I know it can be spoke to in the intent of the agreement that this process is moving forward, and we hope it moves forward very quickly. And I have offered to meet with any of your clients, to which I have, and provide comments or information as we have it. But in regards to the legal requirements through mediation and arbitration, the municipality will not become involved in those issues.
Madam Mayor, one last comment. I wrote you and asked or suggested that since changes are being made to the agreement.
Changes have not been made to the agreement, and that was pointed out to you.
Then is Enercan lying to me again? I have that in writing from them.
I would think this is a great stage, Mr. Morand, and like the SEU debate, this stage is not happening in these council chambers. Thank you for your comments.
We'll hold an open meeting ourselves.
Madam Mayor, the legal agreement cannot be changed unless Clarington agreed to it. It's a party to it, and they would have to agree to any changes, so.
That's correct, and I appreciate your comments, Councillor Austin, as someone who negotiated that agreement.